Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Tuan Nur Afifah. Today I will present to you my final year project titled Physiochemical Properties and Sensory Evaluation of Cracker Made from Broccoli. First of all, Chapter 1, the Introduction. Here is the research background of broccoli. Broccoli, also known as Brassica oleracea, is originally from Italy for more than 2,000 years ago. Broccoli new planted takes 100 to 150 days to mature. Broccoli grown from transplant will be ready to harvest in 55 to 80 days. Broccoli can grow to 60 to 90 cm tall. It contains antioxidant compound which can be used to reduce blood sugar and also to decrease cholesterol levels. Here is the research background of a cracker. A cracker is a crisp, flat-baked food made mainly with flour and have low fat and sugar. This research project is conducted to analyze the consumer's acceptability towards broccoli crackers' sensory properties, where the combination of broccoli and crackers would affect the color, texture, taste, and aroma of the crackers. Next is the problem statement. This research project is conducted to determine the physical properties and proximate properties of crackers, which broccoli is one of the ingredients. Besides, to analyze the consumer's acceptability towards broccoli crackers' sensory properties based on crackers' color, texture, taste, and aroma. Next is the hypothesis. The null hypothesis is there is no significant difference between the concentration on consumer acceptability. And the hypothesis 1 is there is significant difference between concentration on consumers' acceptability. Next is the objectives. First, to determine the physical properties of crackers which is made from broccoli from the aspects of color and texture attributes. Next, to determine the proximate analysis of the broccoli cracker based on its protein, fat, ash, moisture, and carbohydrate content. Lastly, to analyze consumers' acceptability towards broccoli crackers' sensory properties. Next is Chapter 2, the literature review. First is the broccoli. There are a few types of broccoli, which are the common broccoli, Chinese broccoli, or also known as Kailan, and also Romanesco broccoli. Here is the table of global broccoli production in 2019, which was 27 million tons, including the production reports with cauliflowers. Is the nutritional composition of broccoli. Here is the table of nutritional value of raw broccoli per 100 gram. A 100 gram serving raw broccoli contains 34 calories and is a good source of vitamin C and K that can prevent cancer, heart disease, and lower blood sugar. Broccoli is high in fiber, which makes it beneficial for weight loss. Next is the sensory properties of food. Consumers would like to have their food nutritious, but when it comes in making a purchasing decision, taste is the most important. That's not the only factor. Other factors are the food's texture, color, scent, and appearance. According to Galvez and Resurrection 1992, the acceptance of a product's overall acceptability by regular users of the product category is referred as sensory property. Next is Chapter 3, the methodology. Here we have the raw materials and chemicals. Here are the equipments to make the broccoli powder and broccoli cracker. Here are the equipments to determine the protein content, fat content, ash content, moisture content, and to analyze the color and the texture. Here are the method to prepare the broccoli powder. where we use the food dehydrator. And next is the broccoli cracker, where we mix all the materials and bake it for 10 to 12 minutes in the oven at temperature 180 degrees Celsius. To determine physical properties, which are the color and the texture, for color analysis we use the chromometer, and for the texture analysis we use texture analyzer. For proximate analysis, to find the protein content, there are a few steps involved, which are the digestion, distillation, and titration. For the fat content, we use the Soctec method. To find the ash content, we use the furnace at the temperature of 400 degrees Celsius for 6 hours. And to find the moisture content, we use the oven with the temperature 105 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. And to find the carbohydrate content, we use the formula 100% minus the total of percentage of approximate analysis. For the sensory evaluation, we use the hedonic scale rating. Next is Chapter 4, the result and discussion. First of all, the color analysis. We use a Scilab color space where L indicates lightness, A indicates redness, and B indicates yellowness. Here are the results of the color analysis. Next is texture profile analysis. TPA developed by Dr. Alina in early 1960s. TPA involves in determining the physical properties such as adhesiveness, hardness, fracturability, gumminess, and chewiness. The texture attributes were analyzed using the texture analyzer. Here are the results of the texture profile analysis. Here's the result of a protein content. There are a few methods that can use to find the protein content, which are the Jadal method, Lowry method, Bradford method, and the total amino acid content method. For this research project, we use the Jadal method. The advantages of Jadal method is it is a global standard method where it makes it easy to make a comparison of the result with other laboratories. However, there is disadvantages where it does not measure true protein, which can result in the overestimation of protein because the use of standard nitrogen factor, which is 6.25 in calculating the protein content. Here's the result of fat content. Fat assesses the energy content of the food. It also acts as a shortening agent. Shortening agent refers to its ability to weaken and lubricate the food component structure to get food product with preferred texture properties. And it also contributes to the tenderness of crackers while also preserving the quality and texture of the crackers. Here is the result of the ash content. There are two types of ashing, which are the dry ashing and wet ashing. For dry ashing, it is the heating food at high temperature, which are the 500 to 600 degrees Celsius in a furnace. And for broccoli, 400 degrees Celsius. Water and volatiles will evaporate and organic matter will burn and convert to carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxide in the presence of oxygen. And now for the wet ashing, it is the oxidizing organic matter with acid or an oxidizing agent. Here is the result for the moisture content. The highest percentage of moisture content is from the broccoli cracker with 4% of broccoli concentration. And for the carbohydrate content, the highest percentage is from the broccoli cracker with 2% of broccoli concentration. Here is the table of overall acceptance based on the attributes from broccoli cracker with different broccoli concentration. Most of the panelists gave a score 3 for their overall acceptance of broccoli cracker. Here is the ANOVA result for overall acceptance of broccoli crackers. The p-value obtained is 0.113, which is higher than 0.05. When p-value is higher than 0.05, thus there was no significant difference and no hypothesis is accepted. Therefore, the post hoc test was not be conducted. Lastly, the chapter 5, the conclusion. The use of different concentration of broccoli in the crackers and dough does affect the protein, fat, ash, moisture, and the carbohydrate content of broccoli cracker. Next is the different concentration of broccoli has a different color and texture. The overall acceptance result from the sensory evaluation, which conducted from 35 students, was from the broccoli cracker with 2% of broccoli concentrations. For the recommendation, it is recommended to make crackers using other types of vegetables such as spinach, carrot, pepper, and radish. We also can do another analysis such as finding the pH and energy content. We also can get more respondents for the sensory evaluations. That's all from me. Thank you.